the Palisades Ski Resort. Beautiful on the shores of Lake Tahoe, Truckee, California.
Jackie!
Dalton Paquette, Shannon Mulcahy from Pontana Beach. Susan Smith, joining us from Westboro, Mass. Kristen Downey, Julie Dunlap, Danish Rowan.
How's that?
Goldie through the finish line from Arlington, Mass. Two racers from Hanover. Misha Advea and Olga Nesvea. Look at them go. Through the finish line. Right on target for that pace time. Well done. Those paces
yeah, go.
Have a high field. Pushing the 2-2-2 finish line.
Yeah.
Definitely as well. You gotta know people to get that number. 3 threes. That's super cool. Nice. Oh, they don't want to go. They're gonna cartwheel across the finish line. Are you kidding me? 13.1 miles and a cartwheel? That's awesome. Lena Linsky-Ortez, that was Nathan McNaughton from Jesse Vargas, Catherine West, Sydney Kuhlman, Mark Eckler, Mark Pearson from San Francisco, California. Paul Duffy from Seattle, Washington. Great effort, guys, through the finish line. Oh, Boston Red Sox pride right there on display. Eric Butler from Edmond, New Hampshire. Sarah Lemieux from White River Junction. On the road to the finish line. Way to go, Sarah. Sally Penna from Warren, Texas. Come on, Tejas, go ahead, also. Through the finish line. Geraldine Fowler from Woodstock. What a great day for a race here in the heart of the Green Mountains. This beautiful Pucci at the Polo Grounds. Melissa Moss joins us from Wisconsin. And here she comes. Go Melissa. We're wrapping up the race nation. Andy Hernandez from Roslindale. From St. Louis, Missouri, Virginia Marion Lowe. Tiffany Kaminsky from Chicago, the Windy City Racer through the finish line. Rosemary Galper from Hartford, Vermont. Joining us from Marion Station, Pennsylvania is Alyssa Turk. Way to go. Thank you so much on behalf of the racers for coming out to cheer on these athletes as they work their way to the polo grounds. There is Rana Knapp from Wrentham, Mass. Big smile on her face. Good to see her at the finish. Well done. 13.1 miles under the belt. Her husband opted not to race this year. Decided to cheer on his lovely wife instead. But we look forward to seeing him racing in the future. Trying to do his half marathon, a race that he's competed in years gone by. Elizabeth Demar to Tinas across the finish line. With us Jamie Farrell, Shannon Harris, our Parks. That's all the way from Florida. Rockledge, Florida, Shannon Parks. Tina Carras, Sarah Hopkins, Jennifer Blue, William Leathers, John Davitt, and Phil Gardner. Joining us from Newtonville, Mass. Good effort there, Phil. Almost there. Yes. Through the finish line, Sarah Allen Geiger. Through the finish line from Sedgwick, Texas. Good to see the Lone Star Stadium. Here comes Kelly Carmen and Jameson Allen from New York City. Jameson Allen runs hit number 36. Margaret Massiera from Bethel, Vermont. Margaret Reynolds, Lauren Massiera, Margaret Tempest, and John Schumacher from Purchase, New York. I'll buy that. Here comes racing the 225-2 across the line. That is Margaret Tempest from Belmont, Vermont. 13.1 miles, 3 covered bridges. A drop in altitude of about 1,500 feet from the Tuscaloosa Sierra. Here they come, they're working their way all the way to the pole grounds. Great job to Marion Maroney from Quincy, Mass. Tim Mold from Wellesley Hills. From Madison, Connecticut, it is Sean McCauley. Yeah, Sean inside. High fives in the finish line for Sean. Boom to that finish line. We wrap it up. Heather Pesky joins us in Arlington, Mass. Madison Merrihew from Cleveland, New Hampshire. Legging it out to the finish line. Here comes Amy Lonergan from Medford, Mass. This is the pitch in the fifth inning. This is the least cover. Pitch to Taylor. Paul Fielder from Killington, Vermont. Over the Killington Cup. They're taking a break this year, not hosting that World Cup event, but we look forward to seeing the Killington Cup in Kentucky. A little later on in this decade.
So we're only jogging.
Here they come, look at them. Enthusiasm on their face. That is Sarah Tucker, Justin Petrano, Tyler McSweeney, and then they go. Christian Mitchell and Carol Randall. Carol Goodness from Engleman, Texas. What a great effort from all these athletes. Carl Stedman through the finish line from T2 Vermont with our local runners. Sporting the Killington Cup logo on his shirt. Here they come. Kelly Estes, Bill Oregon, Michaela Quinlan, Dara Smith from Gainesville, Florida. What a great crew we have there this year, the 2025 edition, the 33rd. From the Big South Marathon. Barry Smith from Gainesville, Florida. Rachel Gordon from White River Junction. Frank Brody from Brooklyn. Kathy Akapova from Lebanon, New York. Giving us some Kelly and Ginger, Lindsay Radigan. That is Akakari from Lexington, Mass. And his wife right there. Well done. Kelly Clark from Gainesville, Georgia. That is Akakari from Lexington, Mass. Shane Benning from Boston, Mass. To the finish line. Maya Katri, Valerie Culty. What a great race to these athletes. Unbelievable effort out there. There goes Leah Weitzman from Cincinnati, Ohio. Maya Katri, Valerie Culty, John Kaiser from Great Point, Michigan. Michael Payne from Elbow, Mass. Maureen Longley from White River. All the way from Nevada, Elizabeth Voss.
Mike.
Little help at the finish line, please. Little help at the finish line, please. Here's number 684. That is Carol Phillips from Seattle, Washington. Crossing the finish line. Special thanks to our EMTs doing a great job all day long. Let's hear it for our EMTs. That's Mary Langley, wrapping up things from White River Junction, big effort right there. And to the finish line, they go 60 and 61. Great effort there from Heidi Armbrust and Craig Armbrust. All from Solano, Minnesota, joining us from the land of 10,000 lakes. Audrey Farnsworth joins us from Hempstead, New York. Hempstead, New Hampshire. The greatest player through the finish line. The Elementals in Dawson, Millette joins us from Ashburn, Virginia. comes Courtney Lehman from Greenville, South Carolina. Will represent South Carolina.
I saw your folks here a few minutes ago. Yeah, they're right there.
The Palmetto State, well represented right there. And Courtney Lehman wraps up her race. Here comes Denise Bierman. We've got Denise Dimmer from Surprise, Arizona. She's the sole representative from Arizona. Great to see her across the finish line, representing the Grand Canyon State. Here comes 1822 across the finish line, Lucy Rollis. South Stratford, Vermont. Annabelle Salini from South Wales, Vermont. Joining us from West Iceland are runners Nicole Fuchs and Martin Howley. Tracy Galawi from Hanson, Mass. To the finish line. Here comes Becky Kelly from Avon, Indiana.
Oh, you missed it!
The Hooper State. That represents there. Here comes Becky Kelly from Avon, Indiana. Jim Seaboys from Albany, New York. John Byron Kraus from Dunn, New Jersey. Here comes Julie Sluka from Parkersville, Vermont. Grace Lewandowski from Norway.
Thanks, Chris.
That's how to do it.
Here comes our next runner. Crossing the finish line from Illinois. Excellent effort there from Vicky Wilson. Victoria Puzetti from Houston, Mass. Lauren Zimmerman from West Left. Vicky Newton from Cayman. Ian Marsh from Chester, New Hampshire. From North Eastern Mass is Christine Williams. Julie Jennings. And this from Monroe, Wisconsin. Badger Pride right there. Good effort. Way to go, Jeff. Through the finish line they go. Christopher Moss from White River Junction.
Maybe he's all right.
Here we go. Coming up from Wisconsin, from Mount Horeb and McFarland, two Wisconsin runners, Megan Scott and Joanna Hoover. There we go, Badger Pride right there. Patchogue, New York, the home of Emily Totora. Through the finish line is Lily Freeland from Indian Harbor Beach, Florida. Amanda Webster from Pawtucket, Rhode Island, home of Pawtucket Red Sox. Keith Evans from Westfield, Mass. and Somerville based here, Sarah Spellman. Through the finish. Leanne Tapley from Woodstock, Vermont. Leading it out to the finish line, well done. David Jolly from Cumberland Center, Maine. The Pine Tree Skater on his way to the finish line, Richard Kozlowski from Bristol, Connecticut. Ashley Kennedy from Woodstock, Vermont. Joining us from Washingtonville, New York is Jenny Austinwood. Kelly York from Andover, Massachusetts. On their way to the finish line now. There goes Kelly through the finish line. Ashley Buck joins us from Norway. For the local runners, Living Hector all the way from Hartford, Alabama, is Living Hector. They go all the way from the Compton State. From Palm Bay, Florida, is Josie O. Charlie Ambrosio from Wayland, Mass. Take number 2 from Las Vegas, New Mexico.
Oh, look at that. Hey, buddy, you need some help?
Within Statement 10 from Las Vegas, New Mexico.
Alright, they're gonna help you time off. Thank you.
Landon and Chandler through the finish line. Here come the Da Silvas! That's Jose and Nohelia Da Silva Sanchez from Caracas and Indianapolis. Judy Dutra from Somerville, Brittany McLaren from Port Chester, Kim Henry from Brooklyn. Good effort, and welcome to the polo field. Within 50 yards from Madison, New Hampshire. Catherine Kelly from White River. Carolyn Vaughn from St. Elizabeth City. Rachel Waters from Norwood, Vermont. All on their way to the finish line. The team's got Germany action on the cell phone. Catherine Kelly from the finish line. With the 34-6 working away from the top of Carolyn Vaughn. From St. Elizabeth, Maine. I love bread. Good effort here, his completion with a 5-4-0. Jeffrey Donnelly from Chandler, Arizona.
I gave up after 10 miles.
Well
I gave up after 10
Kevin
miles.
Stoller in the finish area. Amy Harris, Marion Barrier, Elizabeth Ward, Jessica Brown, Molly Mitchell, Dennis Marks, and Lativity Sowell from Missouri City, Texas.
Dad? I made sure. Yeah, he was hugging him pretty hard. I might. You are agreeing.
74-year-old William Ford from Pemberton, Pennsylvania on his way to the finish line now. Great job here. One of the dozen or so 70-year-olds who had the highest race, and that's a solid finish there for William Ford. Well done. Here's a William McPherson from San Francisco across the finish line. All the way to the overfield player. Well done. Holding State Racing to the finish. William Kruda from Ann Arbor, Michigan.
You guys help me cross these up right now. I saw Eric over here.
Oh my God!
No fire. No fire. No. They kept the two of them together for nights. Will and I went out there. They'd be hobbling. Whoa! Then you're gonna run across?
Great job.
Where'd they come out?
Ashton Flores
They took them miles.
goes from South Woodstock, Vermont.
Oh, they took her on Mount 7? Okay. Oh, yeah.
Catherine Coble from
They
Hartford,
should have
Indiana.
just called Danvers. That's got to be like Castle Bridge River.
Got 11 State Western, Vermont. Abigail Hopkins through the finish line. Alex Lanzer from West
That's why we
West.
wanted people to
Selena
stick to
Harris
because last year
from
they had to go
Vermont,
there.
Tennessee. And Ellen Tennessee racing from Franklin.
Yeah, he said he was bored. He's like, no one's with me, right? I'm like, no. He's like, okay, I'll be back later.
Here they come to Paris, Tennessee. On their way to the finish line. Good job. Working the Green Mountain State at the polo grounds. Well done. From Dorchester, Mass, Amanda Lennox. Sheila Solitaire from Bridgewater, Vermont. Kristen Harris from Arlington, Mass, and Rachel Haddad from Grand Rapids, Michigan. And a Bergstrom from Plymouth, Mass. Erin Seidel from Vermont, Indiana. Thanks so much for making this trip across the country to join us here in the Vermont State. Rockville Center, the home of Mary Kelly. We got the one power generating right in Rockville Center. I know that town. Good times in Rockville. And there she goes through the finish line. Christopher Holland. Legging out from Denver, Connecticut. Right behind him is Davis Downey from Bedford Center, Vermont. With him, Erica Appleman from Boston, Mass. Showing that Boston strong pride. Here she comes. Legging it out to the finish line. In fine style, wearing his number 57. Going up with Dorfus, Erica Appleman of Boston. Great job, runners. What a fabulous effort today. Cloudy skies here in the Green Mountain State. Temperatures around 50 throughout the race. Sherry Miyashiro from Hawaii, Hawaii. Our sole entrant from the Aloha State. Through the finish line.
Very close.
Just like a sprint down the Kalani Only Freeway. Well done.
We do have to leave around like 11:15, 11:20 because I have a job.
So thrilled to have a racer from Hawaii joining us here for the 33rd edition of the Cover Goodness Half Marathon.
Okay, I just don't want like
Nicole Love
that
from
to...
Lawrenceville, Georgia.
Well, at this point,
Okay, then we'll probably get ahead of like...
Okay.
All the way through the finish line. Here they come. We're going to the finish line now. All over from Torrington, Connecticut is Chris Considine. From Seattle, Washington, Linda Lee. Aaron Cummings joining us from Seattle, Washington. Yeah, so great to see the Washington crew joining us here in Vermont.
Good job.
Well done. The Evergreen State, well represented there by two Washington runners. Here comes Skylar Klein, joining us from Westport, Connecticut. Legging it out, wearing team number 11797. Skylar Klein, welcome to the Polo Grounds. Elizabeth Manny from Leominster, Mass. The pace leader, looking strong at the finish line.
Good day to run.
This.
Yeah.
This.
There were some people who weren't feeling well, though, huh?
Yeah. It's very odd year to year.
Once again, sending out a big thanks to our
What we
many
see.
volunteers doing such a great job all
We
season
figured a
long,
lot
all
of,
day long here at the Cover Goodness Half
Either like
Marathon.
cramping or
Fabulous to have their
blisters
assistance, and
or
thank each and every one of our volunteers.
twisted ankles this year, but we're back on it.
Not too bad.
Just be patient.
Yeah, I'm glad that little boy found his dad.
Yeah, that was pretty quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was watching him and I was like,
I know, me too.
I'm like, it's weird. He's just walking around up and down, and then I saw him crying, and I was like, that's the problem.
Yeah, yeah.
Here they come to the finish line. This is Tammy Otten, joining us all the way from Cincinnati, Ohio, representing the Buckeye State. Buckeye Pride right there. One of our local runners joining us from Lebanon, New Hampshire is Julia Neely. On her way to the finish line now. Look at Julia, wrapping up 13.1 miles. Well done. Here we go, a big kick at the finish line. We got Jody Shackey from Westbrook, Maine, Jason Moulder from Montana, Virginia, and Rebecca Nicole from West Warwick, Rhode Island, wrapping up their race. Courtney Fayola from West Warwick as well. Here comes West Warwick in the house. Yeah, the Ocean State really well represented right there as those two Warwick racers cross the finish line. Let's enjoy with their race fans in tow. Melinda Trahan joins us from Beaverville,
And all that way, I'm very impressed by you.
Mississippi. Yeah! Awesome, our very sole performer from Mississippi. Awesome to see you here in Vermont. The Magnolia State through the finish line. Yeah, well done there. Unbelievable. Melinda Trahan, congratulations. Patricia Clark Martin from Austin, Michigan. Corinne Whitnell from Charleston, New Hampshire. And Jackie Kissel from Bellows Falls, Vermont. Forty-two states represented in today's running of the Covered Bridges Half Marathon. 3 countries represented: Canada, the U.S., and Venezuela. Only 8 states not represented in today's event: Wyoming, North and South Dakota, Oklahoma, Iowa, Kansas, Idaho, and Arkansas. We'll get them here next year, though, as racers come across the finish line. Here it comes. Max Lane and Jackie Kissel and Kelly Herman. Now that's sportsmanship waiting for your fellow runner to make it across the finish line so we can cross at the exact same time. That's teamwork right there. Well done.
Good job,
Here we
guys.
go, next batch of racers. Lisa Corbett from Ellicott City, Maryland. Jackie Engel from Buffalo, New York, and Joseph Alicata from Oak Park, Illinois. Paige Davis from Scranton, Pennsylvania. Great job, Paige. Welcome to the Polo Grounds. Here they come. Stephanie Mack from Hanover, New Hampshire. Working away to the finish line. Here comes Jill Klein from Westport, Connecticut. Here goes Stephanie. Wrapping up the race nicely. Jill Klein through the finish line wearing just over 1,400. That's Stephanie Mack. Paige Davis through the finish line. Jill Klein, Westport, Connecticut. Finding that extra octane in the tank. Flying across the line. Jill Klein, the local Josh from Watertown, Mass. Wow. Big kick at the finish line. You gotta love that. Amy Goodney from Edmond, New York. With that Edmond, New Hampshire, of course. Into the Canadian. Here she comes. From St. George, Utah, to the finish line goes Lisa Porter.
Good job.
Lisa Porter, letting out from the Beehive State, all the way from Utah. Here goes Lisa Porter. Jessica Langlois from Rutland, Vermont, on her way to the finish line. Here we go, Jessica. Wrapping up that race in fine style. representing Rutland.
That start line cleared pretty quick.
Yeah.
5 more minutes of photos, and then you cut yourself off.
Russell or Apollo from
Why don't you
Wentworth,
ask Bill
New
what he
Hampshire.
wants to do? I'm not sure what he
Looking
wants
to
to
call
do. He
as
will
she
probably
finishes up her
continue, but
13.1 miles.
yeah, we might continue
Right
like
to the
this.
round
But
nice into the finish
it's
line.
all unofficial and you can't post
Carolyn
it.
Mooney from Somerville, New Hampshire.
I could subtly start chipping
Hold
away.
the beautiful Somerville
and,
Mountain, Mount Somerville. Great skier, late
Back up
Somerville, also
line,
right at the
yeah.
foot of Mount Somerville. High-fiving the crowd on their way through. Daniel Paolo from Lebanon, New Hampshire, who's putting number 517. On his way to the finish line.
Yeah.
Stink, that
Thomas Wallace from Wilder, Vermont, on his way to the finish line. Great job there. We're wrapping it up. Little
okay?
assist at the finish. Little assist at the finish, please. Kelly Lynch from Dorchester, Mass. Hey, Dorchester. Coming across the finish line. Nice, Kelly Lynch. Wrapping up a fine race right there. Lori Kessel from Cummings, Georgia, and Leah Lord from Ottawa, Ontario. Making their way across the line in fine style. Thanks for coming down to the lower 48. To join us for a great day of racing here at the Cummings Half Marathon. And we're just over the 3-hour mark for the Cummings Half Marathon. Official wait time, 11 o'clock. 18 minutes past the hour of
Just
11
had
o'clock.
a gentleman come through that looked like he was going to fall, so I ran in and asked for some help.
What official
course,
times
or-
will be
He's
moving
right here.
moving
He's right
forward?
here,
The
yeah.
official times have ended at this point. As you see Rachel Roy from Westport, Maine, representing the Pine Tree State. Across the finish line goes Rachel Roy from Westport, Maine. Way to represent that Pine Tree State.
Nice job, buddy. You did it. I love you.
Here she comes. This is Erin Sinclair from Scotts Plains, New Jersey. No texting while running. Here she goes across the finish line. Erin Sinclair from Scotts Plains, New Jersey, the Garden State, to the finish line. Seen some pretty cool signs, but I think that's got to be the best one of the day. You're not sweating, you're shimmering. It's a fine line. Keep shaving your face. Ow. We've got a few more runners that are still working their way to the finish line. We'll hang out here as long as we got runners out there. The official time for the day has ended. We are at 3 hours and 6 minutes over the line at this point. But we want to welcome those runners into the finish area. And we'll do so as long as the equipment's up and running. And we thank you all for coming out to cheer on your favorite runners here at the Polo Ground finish line in Coochie. Almost there, bud. Just a few more. It's Evan Strickland from Falls Church, Virginia. He's going to cross that finish line. Good job. 13.1 miles under the belt. With an Old Dominion State runner. Well done. Through the finish line goes Evan Strickland from Falls Church, Virginia. Here comes Pamela Hausler, joining us from Wilder, Vermont, just north of White River Junction. Wrapping up the race, being cheered on by the crowd. To the finish line goes the Green Mountain Skater. Wrapping up her race, that's Sarah Haddad. Correction, Pamela Hausler from Wilder, Vermont. This is Sarah Haddad, joining us from Highland, Indiana. Here comes the Hoosier to the finish line. One of the 8 runners from Indiana to cross that finish line today here in the 33rd running of the Covered Bridges Half Marathon.
I'm good. I'm good. Someone better around there. I'm in 4 months, man.
Joining us from Highland, Maryland, all the way to the finish line after 13.1 miles, wrapping things up right here at the Polo Fields. Well done, Lauren Vitello, to the finish line.
Are you in the race? Oh, you got a guy here. This is the finish line of the race.
over from Dallas, Texas is Kathy Byrne. Well done, Kathy.
Okay, all right, thank you.
All right, did you get a number? Do you have a phone? You're over here. Where?
Amy Wilson joining us from Berlin, New Hampshire. Looking all the way north region of the Granite State. Here she comes. Wrapping up her race in final trial, 13.1 miles. In the rear view mirror, Amy Wilson.
No one told. No, he said back up a little bit.
Alright,
Do you have your license on you?
Give me a sign. That's all.
Do you have your license on you?
Somewhere, yes.
Yeah, why don't you get your license?
Can you put your car in park?
May I back up and get off of him then?
You're not on anyway. Just stop the car, put it in park.
I'm really sorry about this. Nobody stopped me.
Here she comes. This is Sydney Swanson, joining us from Wentzville, Missouri. One of the 5 runners from Missouri to join us from the Show Me State. On the way to the finish now. Well done. Congrats and welcome to the Polo Grounds.
Give me a little breakdown.
Hello.
That's going to wrap things up for the 33rd edition of the Covered Bridges Half Marathon. We'll be reopening the roads to
County 1,
traffic in just a few moments here.
4-8,
Special thanks to the pros there. Granite State Race Services doing a great job collecting all the information and data. Available online, so you can check out how your favorite race you did in today's event, the 33rd running
Robert Edward
of the Covered Bridges Half Marathon. The race started back in 1992. Men's record established last year, breaking a 29-year span of unchallenged record by Seth McLennan. The record fell this past year. In 2024, Adam Caldwell setting a new record of 106.28. We didn't see that broken this year. And hoping to see it back next year. 2026 for the 34th edition of the Covered Bridges Half Marathon. In the meantime, have a wonderful year. Train hard and get online in December. You can register for this incredible race here in the heart of the Green Mountains. On behalf of the Covered Bridges Half Marathon, this is Pete Davis signing off. Thank you so much for coming out to cheer on the racers here in the Green Mountains.